Hey everybody, this is Tembio and I'm back with another third-party Transformers video review. This time I have Fansproject's Function X4 Sigma L, which is a homage to the Headmaster Mindwipe. As you can see, like with all their other Function X releases, they have the standard box with the clear and white kind of shell around it, I guess you could say. So if you look at the front of it, you can see he is, or his name and such, and then you look at the side and you can see some drawings of him, specifically his face and his wings. And you come back here to the back and you have a little line art drawing of his face and then the warnings, and like I was saying, everything is printed on this clear transparent thing, and then you have the Function X Sigma L on the side, and then see there's nothing on the bottom and the top because there's nothing on the box. So let me go ahead and get this guy open so we can check him out. Alright, so here is Sigma L out of the box and in his bat mode. They call this stance that he's in his sonic attack mode. But before we get into that, let me go ahead and show off the Headmaster real quick. So there you go. Very, 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 like, everything on this guy is very vampire-ish kind of thing. So there's a Headmaster. He has a forward arm, a little bit back. It gets hindered because of the stuff on his back. His legs can go forward, they can go a little back, but they get hindered, and then you can bend the knees, so that's about it. It comes with a couple accessories, along with everything else in the box. It comes with 2 shotguns. They're really nicely sculpted shotguns. They look like shotguns, so that's nice. I'll show you where those go in just a little bit. And then he also comes with his instruction booklet, so there that is. And just like normal, you have all the regular red things and such, but this time they have no hint at what's going to be the next one. So yeah, usually they hint at what the next one's going to be, so they haven't hinted. All right, moving on. Back to the figure. So the Headmaster does ride inside the bat, so you can, this little portion right here that looks like a coffin has a little cross on it and it's clear green. It's a little bit easier if you pop that and then go like that. Bring those open and the cockpit's right here, so you can take him and put him in there. I think you have to move you have to move the hands forward. So let me move the hands forward. Like that. I think if it was a coffin, he'd be laying down in it, but nope. So he sits up like that, and then bend that down, and then bend that down, and then you can kind of, there's 2 tabs you can see on the clear plastic. You just kind of want to go like that. There we go. So everything's inside. So if you put the feet like that and like move the head up, that's his flight mode. His guns do post into this portion right here. So just like that, and then like that. And then once again, like I was saying before, he has a sonic mode, a sonic attack mode, which is like this. And then you have all these speakers right here, and I guess that's where the sound comes from for his sonic attack. But he can also open his mouth. There we go. And then he has like almost like a little blaster on there on the inside also, or a little speaker. So mouth. For articulation and bat mode, these wings they have a lot of articulation on them, but they don't do a lot. It's really weird to say that. You have this up right here, and then you have this flapping motion right here, and then you can bend them on these sections right here. they just always feel like they're in the way. So you can't fold them up completely. You can go like that or something, but you can't. They just always feel like they're, to me, they always feel like they're in the way in this mode. I don't really particularly like his alternate mode. I like his robot mode. So let's go ahead and, head, he has a little bit of swivel right here, and then his ears for some reason went down. So you have that right there. You can't turn his head. Then you have a knee joint right here. For some reason it goes backwards, and then you have this little chin joint right here, little gray portion, and then you have the foot portion right here, and it's all kind of ratcheted, but it's not a really strong ratchet. So let's go ahead and get onto transformation. So I'm going to pull those out. I'm just going to go ahead and put that like that for right now. Flip that forward so I can get this open a little bit easier. So flip that open, pull him out. I'm going to flip this up. You want to, there's two tabs with these legs. There's a tab that goes into here, and there's a tab that goes into here. So pop that up, you can see that tab there, and then pull that out, you can see that tab there. So there's a hole there, and there's a hole or a little notch in there. So I'm gonna do that on both of those. Get that like that. Pull that up like that. We're gonna come to the back, and you gotta rotate the leg around like this. And rotate the other side around. Alright. And rotate that like that. That down, rotate that. You're going to fold this up. I'm going to flip that into there. And do the same with this side. Flip it into there. Flip out the foot. Flip out the foot. Then you have two joints. So you have the joint right here and a joint right here. So you fold that forward, and then you have a secondary joint that goes like that, and it locks the legs together. So, or locks the legs closed. Is there a tab that? Not really. This, the only thing that kind of keeps them closed, this goes on the inside and this goes on the outside. So that's basically the only thing that tabs the legs together, that holds them together, really. So there you go. Alright, and then so you're going to rotate this around. And you're going to take and drop the bat head down like that, and then you can rotate. Well, not yet. You want to take the hands, flip them out. Whenever you fold them up, there's a little notch in his hands. I don't know if you can see that very well because it's silver. That little notch, and it goes into here. There's like almost like a little notch right here that you can see, and that's where it tabs in, and the fingers go in between here. See how it looks on this side? See, if I flip it up, and you can see like that. So like that, like that. Flip that down, rotate, rotate. You can rotate them like that. You can have them like that. If you have them like this, then you have that kind of thing. I don't know. So alright, so hold him up. Rotate this up, and then we're going to show how to transform the head. So you put the arms down like that, and then you want to come this away, and you want to rotate up the legs, and then there's an extra pivot in the hip right here. You can see it right here. There's a pivot, So he pivots like that, and then you rotate his legs up, and you take this portion right here, push it down, and that's the head. So you can actually see his eyes, but it looks a little weird if you have it up like that. So you push that down, and the visor covers it up, and then you can see right here, that's the little peg for the head. That's where the head goes in of the headmaster to make the head. So head makes the neck. And then you got your weapons. Like before, you can either store them on the back here. Oh, no, no place to store on the back. Okay, never mind. I figured there was another notch like that on the back of the wing. So he just has to carry them. Here you go. So you get some guns now, dude. And both the guns are exactly the same. So they have their screws both on this side of the gun. So it doesn't matter which hand you put them in. Both have screws. And fortunately, like on mine, they put the hands are the arms are connected with ball joints, and the wings are very heavy. So as you probably were seeing, I can go like that, and sometimes they'll fall back down because the wings are really heavy. You can flip that back like that, but he falls backwards because he has no real heel support. He has these pieces, but you got to keep him out like that, and then his hands want to stay to the side. So that's mainly only one of my gripes and nitpicks is that right there. That they used a ball joint for that, and actually it's not a ball joint, that's a pivot joint. But the ball joint goes into the shoulder. So, well, you got that. That looks okay. It's not as bad. So, real quickly, for our articulation, we'll start at the head. There is a thing for the connector so you can rotate the head left and right, kind of like a plate, if you'd say. Take the head off and I can show you again. See the circle right here? Get my fingers out of the way. The circle that creates the ability to turn his head left and right. So there's no up and down or anything like that. There's two joints for his shoulder. There's a joint in here, and then there's a joint in here. This joint is mainly a pin joint, so you can move it up a little bit like that. And then this joint in here is a ball joint, so you can move it like that. You can point it out a little bit. It gets kind of hindered because of his collar, and I think that's why they made that, but it still gets hindered because of the collar, so it doesn't really help. And then you come here to this portion of the arm. You have a turn or a little cut for a twist, then double elbow joint, and then you have the wrist. It's a ball joint, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a ball joint, so you can move it actually up like that, and you can twist it. So you come back here, and these are his wings. His wings have a few things on them. I didn't show everything on the bat. So you go like that. You can actually flip them back like that. You can flip them up, but then you have a kind of a cut right here. That and that. So that's what you get with the wings. And coming down here to the waist, you have a swivel right here. You have a joint in here so you can move back, forward, and then one in here so you can move it out. The waist swivel on mine is very loose. It's really easy to just twist it. Then there's a swivel right here, right above or right under the hips. Then you have your knee joint, and then you have some joints in the feet. You have another kind of pin joint, and you have a ball joint in the toe right here. So you can, no, it's a ball joint in here and then a pin joint in here. So okay, yeah, let's get that straight. And like I say, he looks way better in this mode. I don't particularly enjoy the bat, which I've said once before, so I won't say it again. Displaying him, he would be displayed in this mode right here. The wings are okay. They're very large. I don't know if you're able to kind of see what the wingspan is on him from this, but I do have a bit of a tape measure, so let's go across and see what it... Is that like... Oh, here we go, inches. So about 13 inches across. So that's a little over a foot for the wingspan itself. And then if you want to really quickly get the height, let's see here. It's about 7 inches tall, so to the top of his head. So, other than that, I think this guy looks really good. I enjoy the colors. I enjoy the shotguns. The shotguns look really awesome. The headmaster, it looks really good. I think I really liked what they did with the cockpit for the bat. Just the bat, I just don't like the bat, so I'll just leave it at that again. With that, I'll go ahead and conclude this review. So don't forget to check out my other reviews. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. This has been Tambiota, and I will see you next time.